Welcome to Discovery Time Anytime. My name is Miss Katie, and this story time is brought to you by the Phoenix Public Library and First Things First. Today we're going to be talking about earthquakes. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and do our hello song. So let's get our hello hands ready. Grown-ups, you too. Are we ready? Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Welcome to Discovery Time Anytime. Grown-ups, our early learning message of the day is, when we help kids develop early math skills, it can help their math and reading in school. Children learn math through everyday activities. So the book that we're going to be reading today is called Earthquake. Now, earthquakes are scary, but here in Arizona, we hardly ever feel earthquakes. So I don't want you to be scared, okay? So the book that we're reading, Earthquake, is written by Marion Dane Bauer and illustrated by John Wallace. It's published by Simon Spotlight, which is an imprint of Simon & Schuster, and it's read today with their permission. So let's read about the earth. Did you know the ground we stand on is moving all the time? Usually, it moves as slowly as your fingernails grow. It moves so slowly that the ground seems to be perfectly still. Sometimes, though, the ground moves suddenly. Those movements are called an earthquake. How can the solid ground quake? Well, let's take a look at the way our world is made. The earth is round like a ball. Deep inside the earth is a core. The inside of the core is very hot, solid metal. The outside of the core is hot, liquid metal. The next layer is called the mantle. The mantle is hot too. It's hot enough for rocks to ooze like caramel. On top of the hot rocks lies the crust. We live on the crust. The crust is broken into plates that fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. The plates float on hot, oozing rocks. Because the plates float, the pieces of the puzzle push against one another or pull apart. They push until one plate suddenly slips sideways, or until the two plates bump up against each other, or until one plate slides below the other. That sudden movement is an earthquake. Long ago, people made up stories to explain earthquakes. Some Native Americans believed the world was held on the backs of 7 turtles. When the turtles moved, earthquake! The Japanese believed a huge catfish lived deep in the earth. When it thrashed about, the earth shook. Some Africans thought the world was balanced on the hand of a giant. When the giant sneezed, earthquake. Earthquakes are difficult to predict. Scientists can make an educated guess where an earthquake will happen, but not when. Earthquakes formed our world. Earthquakes are changing it still. The end. So, we'll come back to earthquakes in a minute. First, we're going to talk about one really great way to help build your math skills, and that is by developing your problem-solving skills by identifying, sorting, and classifying objects. So we're going to compare objects and see how they're the same and different, and then sort them. So today I've got 6 items that we can sort, and we're going to sort them by color. So I'm going to hold up an object, and if it's red, I want you to tell me to put it over here. And if it's green, I want you to tell me to put it over here. So I'm going to hold up each object, and you're going to tell me where to put it. Are you ready? The first one. Over here? Okay. The next one. Over here? Okay. How about this? Yeah? Good job. Okay. What do you think? Should it go over here? No? Over here? Yeah. Okay. Over here? Yeah? Okay. Last one. Over here? Okay. Good job. Thank you for helping me sorting our objects by color. That's very good. So you can do this around the house. You can sort objects by color. You can sort objects by shape. You can sort objects from big to little, whatever you want to do. But sorting and classifying is a really, really great way to help build those early math skills. Good job. So our next activity that we're going to do is our nursery rhyme. If you know 6 nursery rhymes by the time that you're 4 years old, you are well on your way to becoming an amazing reader. So we are going to do the nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty, and we'll do it twice. Are you ready? Okay. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Okay, let's do it a second time. Are you ready? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Good job. So, let's talk about earthquakes. I know, they seem a little scary, but we can talk about this together. So, remember how in the book it said that our Earth's crust was made up of all these different puzzle pieces that sometimes bump up against each other, and that's what causes an earthquake? So those are called faults. That's where the two pieces of crust bump up against each other. So the 3 types of faults that we have, the first one is called a convergent fault. So a convergent fault is where 2 faults are coming together, and then one goes up on top of the other. That's called a convergent fault. And this is how we make some mountains. So, grab this globe. Let's see. Here we are in Arizona. And all the way around the world, we have India. India is this green country right here. And at the top of India, there's Pakistan and Nepal and Bhutan and China. And right up here, there's a mountain range called the Himalayas. And the Himalayas were formed when this tectonic plate with India on it bumped into this tectonic plate that has China on it. And the China plate went down and the India plate went up. And that's how we got the Himalaya Mountains. We have a couple mountain ranges on our planet that were formed by convergent faults. The second fault is called a divergent fault. And that's where you have 2 plates together and they slowly move apart. And this is how we get trenches. So in the bottom of the ocean, there are these deep undersea trenches, underwater trenches. One's called the Marianas Trench. And that's how that was formed, by a divergent fault that moved apart. And then the third one is called a transform fault. And that's where 2 plates move against each other like this. So that's a transform fault. And there's a transform fault in California, but it's not here in Arizona. So don't worry. So if you ever do find yourself in an earthquake, which I hope you won't, but if you ever do, there are a couple of things that you need to remember. Number 1 is drop down low and find shelter, whether it's under a table or under a desk or in a doorway. Make sure that you're being sheltered. Watch out for falling objects, stay away from windows, and once it stops shaking, then you can go outside. But that's how you stay safe in an earthquake. And then the last thing I was going to talk about were the type of waves that travel through the earth during an earthquake. So we're going to use the slinky. Slinkies are fun. To talk about the 2 different waves. So the first one is called a P wave or a compression wave. So that's where you get the force coming from one direction going straight, like that. Can you see how it travels across? The second type of wave is called an S wave. And so it kind of slithers like a snake. So we've got S waves and P waves. And those are the two types of waves that you will find in an earthquake. But again, we hardly ever have earthquakes in Arizona, so you don't have to worry, okay? So for our activity, we're going to build a building, and then we're going to have a little earthquake. So for this activity, you're going to need a cookie sheet and some blocks. So what you're going to do is you're going to build up your building, and then we're going to let the earthquake hit. So just in case you're worried, there are these types of jobs that people have. They're called structural engineers and structural architects, and they're the ones who build buildings so strong and safe that they don't fall down in an earthquake. So we're going to build some not safe buildings so we can see them fall down, but then maybe after we build not safe buildings, you can attempt to build some safe buildings and see what you can do to make sure that your buildings stay strong in an earthquake. And then maybe one day you can become a structural engineer and do that too. So who knows? But let's build our building. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so let's look at my building. Is it straight? Let's see. No, it's kind of like curving off to the side here. It's got a lot of holes in it. I don't think it's gonna do very well, but we'll have an earthquake hit. We'll shake the sheet and see how long it takes for my building to fall down. Are you ready? Let's count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that fell down. Should we try to make a building a little bit more stable? Make it stronger to see if it doesn't fall down as easily? Yeah? Okay. Let's do that together. Okay, so I've got a stronger building here. We've got structural support on the bottom, and it's not as tall, and it's got no holes. So now let's shake it and see if it falls down. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. It mostly stayed up. I had one little piece fall off. But that's great. So if you're able to use science and engineering to build strong buildings, they don't fall down in earthquakes. How awesome is that? So our last science activity that we're going to do is counting. So we're going to count all the way up to 20 and then come all the way back down to 0. Are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good job. Our e-resource of the week is Elementary Gale in Context. Elementary Galen context can be accessed through our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. It's on our e-resources page. You can access it with your library card, and it is amazing. It has thousands of age-appropriate articles, ebooks, images, and is all designed for kindergartners through 6th grade, so ages 5 through 12. I searched for earthquake, and I got a ton of articles, ebooks, pictures, and other related topics to research. So I would definitely recommend checking out Elementary Gale in Context to research any topic that your kiddos find interesting, whether it's earthquakes, fire trucks, koalas, whatever. So check it out on our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. Grown-ups, remember, when we help kids develop early math skills, it helps their math and reading in school. Children learn math through everyday activities. So it's time for us to say goodbye. So we'll get our goodbye hands ready. Okay. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for coming to Discovery Time Anytime. I hope you had fun learning about earthquakes. I'll see you next time. Bye.